Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's having a great day. Taco Tuesday. Hope your taco dreams came true. You know, we have, I don't know if you realize this or not, man, we have 2.5 weeks. 2.5 weeks and the Dallas Cowboys season will be over. I know. We got a 1% chance that we could have, all the stars aligned. We have all the planets lined up together there. Yeah, right, that's not going to happen. But our season will be over. And I hope the work will begin immediately to fix this terrible ass season, to get us feeling better about the team and the direction. I was looking at stuff. I like numbers. I truly like numbers. I like statistics. I like math. I like building, of course. I like solving problems. And the Cowboys, if they're nothing else, they are people that constantly repeat their history. They'll do the same things over and over again. And so, it's sounding like Mike McCarthy is going to come back. And I started thinking about the statistics of the Dallas Cowboys with Jason Garrett. A lot of people say, oh, get rid of him, he's Mike McCarthy, move on and things. But I'm remembering the 8-8. Jason Garrett was brought in because we had expectations. Just thinking about Jason Garrett, I start yawning. Mr. Vanilla himself. But we had expectation with Wade Phillips of being a Super Bowl team, that we were having the Super Bowl in our stadium. And people were saying, oh man, the Cowboys, they could be the first team to host the Super Bowl. I think that was the year, in their stadium. Yeah, I think that was the year it happened. And unfortunately, we screwed the pooch. And in the middle of the season, they fired Wade Phillips, and they gave us Jason Garrett. But I remember, after having the 8-8 and 8-8 season in 2013, Jerry Jones, who had the prodigal son, Jason Garrett, whose dad also worked for the organization, who had been a quarterback coach for Nick Saban with the Miami Dolphins, and became the offensive coordinator for the Cowboys and then head coach, was calling the plays. And in 2013, a season where we hardly ran the football, we were one of the top teams passing the football. Tony Romo was slinging the rock all over the place. And I meant to do this video sitting at my desk because I had the statistics there. But I think we were top 5 in passing the football. And I think we were one of the worst teams at running the football. And they took the play calling away from Jason Garrett. The idea was he can be the overseer of everything. Somebody else will do the play calling. He could say, God, Jason Garrett has just put me to sleep. Jeez, it must be late. But he can be, he could sit in on the defensive meetings, sit in the different rooms in the offense and things. And, they were taking something off his plate because he had problems with the play calling and game management. And we went from that 8-8 season to 2014, where we realized how important it was to have a balanced offense, and we were great at running the football. DeMarco Murray rushed for over 1,800 yards. The team went 12-4. Was literally the catch, no catch away from the NFC Championship game. And you looked at that and said, wow, this is a winning formula. Now, maybe, a lot of people, let's get rid of Mike McCarthy. It seems like the players like him. Seems like the ownership kind of likes him. So maybe we can appease both parties, the fire him crowd as well as the keep him crowd. Get a new offensive coordinator. Brian Schottenheimer is kind of the offensive assistant coordinator. Mike McCarthy's calling plays. Bring in an offensive coordinator. Take it off Mike McCarthy's hands. You got Mike Zimmer, who seems to be taking a defense that was giving up, averaging 37 points a game, and could not make a team punt, where the team seems to be working that direction. Because the reality is the Cowboys, as bad as the season has been, they're going to look at things like, well, we had 7 undrafted players on the field there. And Cooper Rush, good old Cooper Rush, he got us in the end zone and got us the victory. The way we pick those players that aren't drafted, man, we really know what we're doing. I don't know that getting a new GM is going to be able to find those diamonds in the rough. The Kayvon Turpins, the Terrence Steeles, the Brandon Albrechts, the Ricos. Those are all players we found that nobody else did. So that's not going to change, y'all. Jerry and Stephen Jones are still going to have their hands all over everything. So the thing we can try and do is try and make the best of a bad situation. So see where we can improve in other areas. One, maybe we can get some new trainers. Somebody different in the weight room, because something's going on here that we constantly keep getting injured more than anybody else. 2, get somebody else to call the plays. 3, don't draft players that have injuries. And mind you, by the way, the difference on that team turning around was when you looked at the numbers on how the Cowboys running game went from like 30th to, I think, the number 1. It was probably the best season of Tony Romo's career. He didn't have all the yards that he had. Quite frankly, I think he only had 2 games of over 300 yards passing. But when they did pass, it was extremely effective because unlike the years before, the 3 years of 8-8, 8-8, 8-8, where it was live by Tony Romo and die by Tony Romo, and teams knew they could tee off on Tony Romo, because we were able to run the football, Tony Romo wasn't destroyed. Tony Romo was an incredible quarterback. It was the best season of his career. And maybe, just maybe, bringing in somebody else, an offensive coordinator, might just do that for us again. I don't know. We've got a tough game this week coming up with Tampa Bay. Doesn't get any easier with the Eagles, and then we got Washington. We could end the season on a 3-game lose streak, and all this good feeling that everybody has goes out the window. I don't know. But 2.5 weeks, and that's it. We waited all off season, and this is the season we get. That sucks. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. And remember to tell the people you love how much you love them. You might not get the chance again, and I love you guys. And God willing, we'll all be here tomorrow. Peace.